Hi, this is Joe Sullivan, sports editor of the Boston Globe, sitting in for Bob Ryan, and this is Globe 10.0. With me today is Globe Senior Assistant Sports Editor Greg Lee Jr. And Greg, hey, let's face it, the Red Sox are in the playoffs. You know, Terry Francona can spend the rest of the season lining up his rotation for the playoffs because really they're in, and now they're going to have. It's going to be an important part of what happens in the playoffs. So we know who's going to start the first two games of the playoffs for the Red Sox. It's going to be Lester and Beckett. But who's going to start Game 3? Who would you like to start Game 3?
Do we have much of a choice between John Lackey and Erik Bedard? Well, I guess my choice would have to be the vast experiences of John Lackey. Even though he's really haven't done well here the first 2 years in Boston, we have no choice but to give it to him because of his experience and the game pressure he can undertake. Erik Bedard hasn't played in that kind of pressure situation. So unless Erik Bedard actually shows up and pitches lights out for the rest of the season, I don't see him getting the ball in Game 3.
Erik Bedard's postseason experience? Zero. Nothing. Has never pitched in the postseason. John Lackey, we know, has pitched in the postseason. Hey, we have some stats postseason. He's 3-4, but his ERA is 3.12, which is kind of typical of Lackey. Look, he's not going to shut people down. He's going to give up some runs. He's going to put some people on base, but he's a battler. He's a proverbial bulldog. He's been a disappointment. There's no doubt about that. We can't argue about that. No. But if we're going to make the choice here between Lackey, the veteran who's been there, and Bedard, who might even have a fragile personality. I mean, what are your thoughts on him?
He's never been in pressure situations with the Orioles and the Mariners, and he's here now. He might get a taste of the pressure down the stretch, and he may rise to the occasion. And if he does, he may have earned a spot over Lackey. But right now, if you're looking at asking me today, I'm going with Lackey.
I'm going with Lackey, too. Now, Bedard has the rest of the season, like Greg said, to prove it. His first two outings have been decent. There's no question. He was good against the Twins last night. So we'll see. But right now, it's pretty obvious to both of us, John Lackey in Game 3.